Welcome to Secure Wise, your trusted guide for understanding insurance and protecting what matters most. From your car and home to your health, travel, and even your pets, we make insurance simple, clear, and easy to understand. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. We release weekly tips in clear, beginner-friendly English for US viewers. If this helps you, give it a like. It's free and it really supports the channel. Video intro: Why home insurance matters. Your home isn't just a building, it's your safe place, your biggest asset, and where most of your life happens. But one surprise, a kitchen fire, a burst pipe, a theft, or a storm, can cause thousands of dollars in damage in minutes. Today, I'll make home insurance simple, what it covers, how much you need, and how to lower your premium without losing protection. We'll cover what a standard homeowner's policy, HO3, actually covers, and what it does not cover, the difference between dwelling, personal property, liability, loss of use, and medical payments replacement cost vs actual cash value, and why it matters, how to calculate the right coverage limits, not just your home's price, deductibles, wind, hail, hurricane, named storm, and all perils, the most common exclusions, flood, earthquake, maintenance, and how to plug the gaps, endorsements you may need, water backup, ordinance and AMP, law, schedule valuables, discounts, and 30-day step-by-step plan to cut your bill claims. What to do before, during, and after to get paid fast, mistakes to avoid and myths to ignore. Part 1. What a homeowner's policy is, and isn't. A homeowner's policy is a contract that protects you from covered losses to your house, your stuff, and your legal liability if someone is injured on your property. It is not a maintenance plan and doesn't fix wear and tear. Think of it as a financial safety net for sudden, accidental events. Part 2. The Big 5 coverages. Dwelling, Coverage A. Rebuilds your home structure, walls, roof, built-ins. Based on reconstruction cost, not market price. Other structures, Coverage B. Fences, sheds, detached garage, usually approximately 10% of Coverage A. Personal property, Coverage C. Your belongings, furniture, clothing, electronics, commonly 50 to 70% of Coverage A. Choose replacement cost if available. Loss of use, Coverage D. Pays for hotel, rent and extra living expenses if your home is uninhabitable after a covered loss. Personal liability, Coverage E. And AMP, medical payments, Coverage F. Protects you if you're sued for injury, property damage, and covers small medical bills for guests regardless of fault. Don't skimp here, limits are inexpensive relative to risk. Part 3. Replacement COSTVS, Actual Cash Value, Replacement Cost, RC. Pays what it costs today to replace, rebuild with similar materials, no depreciation. Actual Cash Value, ACV, RC minus depreciation, often a painful reduction. For the structure, RC is usually standard. For belongings, RC often requires an endorsement. If you can, choose RC for personal property. Part 4. How much coverage do you need? Dwelling, A. Use a reconstruction calculator or your insurer's estimator. Consider square footage, materials, local labor, and special features. Add extended or guaranteed replacement cost if offered. Personal property, C. Inventory your home, video walkthrough on your phone, and total replacement values. Liability, consider $300,000, $500,000 or more. Add a 1M umbrella if you have assets or risks, pool, trampoline, dogs. Deductible, higher deductibles, lower premiums. Understand special deductibles, wind, hail or hurricane, that may be a percentage, 1%, 5%, of Coverage A. Part 5. What's not covered, and how to fix it. Flood, rising water from outside, not covered. Get a separate flood policy, NFIP or private. Earthquake, excluded. Requires a separate endorsement or policy. Water backup, sewer, sump, usually excluded unless you add water backup endorsement. Maintenance, neglect, mold from long-term leaks, pests, preventable issues aren't covered. High-value items, jewelry, art, watches, collectibles, firearms, furs, instruments, coverage is limited. Schedule these items with appraisals. Ordinance or law, code upgrades, add an endorsement so code-required upgrades during rebuilding are covered. Part 6. Discounts and AMP. Ways to lower your premium: bundle home plus auto for multi-policy savings. Increase deductible, only to a level you can pay easily. Security: monitored alarm, deadbolts, fire, smoke alarms, water leak sensors, automatic shut-off valves. Roof: newer, impact-resistant roofs often reduce premium, especially in hail or hurricane zones. Loyalty plus claims free plus new home plus protective devices discounts. Credit-based rating, used in many states: pay on time, lower balances, fix errors. Shop quotes annually, markets change. Remove unnecessary endorsements and check your coverage. See class limits for electronics, bikes, tools you don't need increased. Mitigation credits in wind, hurricane states: shutters, straps, opening protections, roof geometry. Submit inspection forms to get credits. Part 7 30-day action plan to cut your bill, days 1 to 3. Gather your declarations page. List coverage AF, deductibles, endorsements, and current premium. Days 4 to 7. Document your home inventory, video of each room, closets, garage, serial numbers. Save to cloud. Days 8 to 12. Call 3 to 5 insurers or independent agents. Ask for RC on personal property, extended RC, ordnance and AMP, law, and water backup quotes at multiple deductibles. Days 13 to 15. Install, verify smoke detectors, a monitored alarm, and add water leak sensors near sinks, fridge, washer, and water heater. Days 16 to 20. If in wind, hail areas, schedule a roof inspection, request documentation for discounts. Days 21 to 25. Review liability limits. Consider an umbrella policy if your net worth plus future earnings warrant it. Days 26 to 30. Compare quotes apples to apples. Pick the best value. Set annual reminders to reshop before renewal. Part 8. Claims. How to win before you need it. Keep dated photos of each room, exterior, major systems, and receipts for upgrades. After a loss, protect from further damage, stop the leak, board up, tubs, document everything, save receipts, and communicate in writing with your adjuster. Understand depreciation, holdback. With RC, you may get ACV first and the rest after repairs. Keep invoices to recover depreciation. If there's a dispute, politely escalate. Ask for the claims supervisor, request the policy language for any denial, or consider an independent adjuster or appraisal provision if available. Part 9. Common mistakes to avoid. Underinsuring dwelling because you used market price instead of reconstruction cost. Forgetting other structures' values, fences, sheds. Not scheduling high-value items. Choosing ACV for personal property to save a little often costs more later. Ignoring special deductibles, wind, hail, hurricane. Letting coverage lapse, even a day, can cause headaches. Filing very small claims that may raise premiums. Weigh the math. Part 10. Myths vs truths. Myth: flood from heavy rain is covered. Right pointing arrow. Truth: rising water from outside is flood, not covered without flood insurance. Myth: if my home value rises, I'm automatically fully covered. Right pointing arrow. Truth: policies need updated coverage to reflect rising construction costs. Myth: liability is just for rich people. Right pointing arrow. Truth: anyone can be sued. Liability is cheap protection. Myth: I can add insurance after a storm is forecast. Right pointing arrow. Truth: many carriers place binding restrictions before major events. Part 11. Bonus protection layers, service line coverage, buried pipes, cables to the house. Equipment breakdown, HVAC, appliances from mechanical failure. Matching siding, roof endorsement where available. Home sharing, rental endorsements if you Airbnb. Identity theft assistance riders. Conclusion: simple and AMP. Smart. Home insurance doesn't have to be confusing. Choose the right limits, plug the exclusions, and use discounts that reward smart protection. If this helped, like the video, subscribe to Secure Wise, and drop a comment with your questions. It's free and it really helps us reach more people. Drive nothing home, protect everything inside, stay Secure Wise. Note: I kept the same structure and tone as your video one. If you want an even longer script, I can expand any section into story-driven examples to push the runtime further. YouTube description, English, house magnifying glass home insurance explained, simple and smart tips protect your biggest asset with clarity. In this video, we break down homeowners insurance, HO3, in plain English, what it covers, what it doesn't, how much coverage you need, and easy ways to lower your premium without losing protection. You'll learn dwelling, personal property, liability, loss of use, medical payments, replacement cost vs actual cash value, deductibles, all perils, wind, hail, hurricane, exclusions, flood, earthquake, water backup, plus how to fix the gaps, endorsements you might need, water backup, ordinance and law, schedule valuables, discounts and a 30-day action plan to cut your bill, claims tips to get paid fast. Bell subscribe to secure wires for weekly videos on home, auto, health, travel, and pet insurance. Clear, beginner-friendly English for US viewers.